All right, come to lying on your back in Baddha Konasana butterfly. So let your head, your neck, your shoulders release and just bring the soles of your feet together and knees wide. If it's more comfortable, you can place little blocks or pillows under the knees to support them. If you want to extend your heels further away from you and increase the size of that diamond, you can. If you want to get a little bit more into the hips, you can draw the heels closer to your body. And just maybe place a hand to the belly, hand to the heart. Close the eyes as we set the intention here. Notice your breath. Notice your body. And our theme, our intention today is transformation. So the Nigerian poet, Ijeoma Umebinyuo, says, start now. Start where you are. Start with fear, start with pain, start with doubt, start with hands shaking, start with trembling, but start. Start and don't stop. Start where you are with what you have, just start. From your back, take 3 more big breaths in stillness, softening where you can, deepening the breath, maybe starting to cultivate that Ujjayi oceanic Darth Vader-like breath in and out the nose if it's not congested. 1 more big breath here. And if you'd like to use some music or my playlist, you can go ahead and get it started now. Otherwise, just gently hands to the outside of the knees to close the legs like a book from your back. And bring the feet about as wide as the mat, soles of the feet down, knees up. Palms can be open, shoulders, head and neck released, and start to windshield like the legs to the left and to the right at your own pace, maybe coming up to the toes, lifting the heels, going as slowly as you'd like to warm up the hips even more, maybe letting your head tilt in the opposite direction, feeling that gentle spinal twist. The next time that both of your knees are facing to the left, keep them there, and maybe you cross the left ankle over the right thigh to deepen the stretch. 3 breaths. And release. Take the knees to the left and the right. A couple windshield wipers before we pause on the second side. When you feel ready, let the knees stay to the right. So just getting the opposite side and maybe crossing that right ankle over the left thigh. Can look to the left. From here, release the feet back down. Bring them about hip-width distance apart. So feet are facing forward like the number 11 parallel. Tickle your heels. And then just press the palms down. Inhale, lift the hip. Exhale, lower. Keep going, lowering and lifting into bridge, and then letting the tailbone tap the earth. Spread the toes, press through all 4 corners of the feet, letting the head, the neck, and the shoulders completely relax. See if you can lift a little higher with the hips and squeeze the thighs together. 2 more rounds. All right, now we're going to add a pulse. So keep going. Inhale, lift, and then just a couple pulses at the top and come back down. Lift, lift higher, few pulses, and come back down. Notice your breath. Can you link breath to movement? Let's take 1 more. And then release. Keeping the head, neck, and shoulders down, we're going to incorporate a little bit of core work. So just lift the knees. So we're going to start to bicycle the legs, but keep the head and the shoulders down. Often in core, we lift the head and the neck and the chest higher, but just keep that relaxed, just the legs working. Maybe you go slower, pedaling, maybe you go faster. See if you can keep the space between the thigh, the knee, and the chest. See if you can tuck the tailbone slightly so that the lower back presses into your mat. All right, take it backwards, reverse your bicycle. See if you can just let your eyes gaze up towards the sky without having to look at the screen and strain your neck. You know what you're doing it right. If you're feeling it in your core, keep going, maybe play with the pace of the pedals. And then back forward, bicycling forward again. Maybe you're going slow. Imagine you're going up a big hill or flying down a big hill. You got it for 3, for 2, for 1. Feeling the heat build. All right, knees to 90 degrees. Reach your arms up by your ears. Or actually reach your arms up to the sky. And then extend your right leg and your left arm overhead. Left arm overhead, right toes stretch. Coming through center, extend the left leg and reach the right arm. Keep going. This is called dead bug, though I don't really know any bugs this coordinated. Just alternating opposite arm, opposite leg. Again, tailbone tucked. Feeling the core engaged. We need our core for the rest of the practice, the rest of the day. Keep our stability. 1 more to each side. Stretch longer, go slower through the transition. And then give your knees a big hug. Squeeze the knees to the chest. Maybe a little rock side to side. Maybe close the eyes. And then rock all the way to your right. Just pause in the fetal position here. When you're ready, press into your palms, pressing all the way up to tabletop. So coming to hands and knees, quadruped position, spreading the fingers nice and wide, index fingers pointing forward, hips and knees in line. From here, tuck the toes and just hover the knees. 1 inch off the ground, shins and knees hover. Press back, downward facing dog, reach the heels back. And then inhale, shift forward. Knees hover, knees to the ground, hips back to a variation of child's pose, because usually in child's pose our knees are wider. Inhale, shift forward. We're going to keep that pattern going. You can always hold and pause. Tuck the toes, hover the knees. Press to down dog, straightening the legs. Inhale, shifting the weight back forward to your hovering tabletop. Knees down, hips to heels, variation of child's pose. Keep going about 5 more cycles just like that. You can hold the hover a little longer to engage the core. You can hold your down dog. You could hold your child's pose, or you could keep each pose the same length, linking it to breath and movement. Take 4 cycles at your own pace, maybe eyes closed. Go ahead, take 1 or 2 more cycles, or if you're holding the poses a little longer, we're going to all meet in child's pose. Next time you find yourself there with your knees down, you can just stay in child's pose. Take the toes to touch and the knees as wide as the mat, giving space for your belly, your chest to release, with the core release. Crawl your fingertips closer to the top of the mat. Let your forehead kiss the mat. And then start to spider crawl your fingers to the left, all the way off the mat. Maybe stacking right hand on top of left, stretching through the right side body. 2 big breaths. Inhaling, crawling the hands through center over to your right now. Reach through the left hip and the left pinky finger. And then inhale, crawl the hands back to center. Rise up tabletop, bring the knees back under the hips, and take a couple of slow cat-cows, belly release, chin to the sky. Curl and round the spine, looking towards the belly button. 2 more slow cycles. Start to make your way to downward facing dog. This time we stay and we explore. 8 breaths to move it around or find stillness, maybe pedaling the legs. Shaking the head, yes and no. Start to find a still downward facing dog. Look towards your hands, tiptoe to a forward fold at the top of the mat. Bend the knees as much as you need. Grab onto opposite elbows, ragdoll. Sway a little side to side. Head is heavy. And then keep the knees bent or rebend them deeply and slowly roll to standing in mountain pose. Press through all 4 corners of the feet. Feel grounded through the pinky toe. Rising all the way to stand. Mountain pose. Inhale the arms up. I'm just going to turn just to face you. Interlace the hands behind the head. Open the elbows wide. Keep the feet about hip width distance apart. Lean to the right. So right elbow down, left elbow up. Feel the weight evenly distributed between both feet. Inhale back to center and lean to the left. Keep stretching through the left side body, even as it crunches a little bit to the left. Inhale, center. Once more to each side. Grow tall and then lean to the right. Finding the space, return to center and lean to your left. Inhale, rise back up. Release the hands. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Make your way to forward fold. For a flat back, lengthening the spine. Plant the palms, step the feet to the back of the mat, and you take your first flow, your vinyasa, or you skip it and meet in down dog. It could be knees, chest, chin to start. Chaturanga. Make a choice to support your body today. We meet in down dog. Take a full breath in downward facing dog. Maybe audibly sigh it out, exhale. And then on your inhale, reach the right leg high, step it between the hands, runner's lunge. Left hand stays down, roll the right arm open, twisted lunge. Lower the left knee down, low lunge. And then right hand comes down, shift the weight back, hips back, half split. So flexing the right toes towards your face. Your hands can be on the shin, on blocks or props, or gently touching the fingers to the floor. Big stretch of the hamstrings, one more breath. Start to rebend the right knee, left palm plants, right hand to right hip. Start to stretch that right leg back. Press the sole of the foot down for a variation of side plank. Reach the right hand to the sky. Thread the right arm under the left and inhale, reach it back up. Twice more like that. Keep reaching your right hand to the sky. Roll the shoulder back. Maybe bring your left knee a little further forward so that your left knee and shin are supported. You're going to rise all the way up to gate opener, hands behind the head. So shoulders over the hips. Press into the outer foot and the inner right foot. Lean, tilt to the left. A lot of oblique work. Inhale, center. 3 more times to the left. Lean and lift. Nice. Lean and lift. 1 more. Lean, coming back to center. Slide your right hand down your right leg, left arm over the ear. Maybe the left hand supports the head, holding the right temple. Roll the left shoulder back. Breathe through the left side body. 1 more inhale. And then cartwheel the left hand all the way to the mat. Right hand down. Untuck your toes, left foot back, plank pose, vinyasa to downward facing dog. Take a full round of breath in down dog. Let it go. Left leg lifts. Step forward. You can always heel toe that forward, foot a little further forward to increase the distance between your feet. Right hand down. Roll open to the twist. Left hand reaching for the ceiling. And then gently lower your right knee down, low lunge. Make sure it feels supported. Shift the hips back, flexing the left toes and folding over your left leg. See if you can lengthen the spine, relax the head, the neck, the jaw. Rebend the left knee, right hand down, left hand to the left hip. For the transition, left leg sweeps to the back of the mat, pressing the foot down, stretch the left hand to the sky. So your right knee and shin are down, left foot down, and thread the needle 3 times. Reach onto the right armpit and back to the sky. All right, next time your left hand is up, reach further, lift off your right arm, rising up to gate opener pose. Hands behind the head, open the chest, and then lean the right elbow down and back up. 3 more times. Breathe as you move. Last one. Left hand down, left leg, right arm over the ear. Cartwheel 2 hands to the top of the mat, feet to the back of the mat, vinyasa or downward facing dog. The flow is always optional. You can always take the knees down and take child's pose. Take a full round of breath in down dog. And then bend your knees, look towards your hands, walk, or if you feel warmed up, hop lightly to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale for a half lift, long spine, hands to the leg. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose. Bring your hands behind your head again, elbows wide. And then just like we did before, we're going to tick-tock to the right, but this time stay on the right, center, back to the right. Center, 2 more, right, center, go at your own pace, right, center, and then we switch to the left. 4 times on the left. Imagine your piece of toast just sliding into the toaster oven, keeping your body nice and flat. When you're done with that, inhale, arms high. Exhale, bend the elbows, back bend. Inhale, lift, and exhale to fold forward. Little half lift. Step, hop back, float as we meet in downward facing dog. Full breath in down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, step into high lunge. So step the right foot to the top of the mat. Left leg stays lifted, arms up. Shoulders and hips in line. Fingers to the sky. Maybe heel toe your right foot wider. Left arm forward, right arm back. Peel open, open arm twist. Stretch through your fingertips. Reach your right hand down and your left hand up. Right hand can go to the right leg or left leg. And then left hand behind the head, right hand behind the head. Tap your left elbow towards your right knee. Inhale, lift it back up. Big balance challenge. Try that again. Tap and lift. Use your core. You fall out, come right back in, tap, and lift. This time, cross the left bicep all the way over the right thigh and find a prayer twist. Once you have it, inhale here and gently lower to a low lunge with the prayer twist. You don't have to worry about the balance quite as much, so see if you can go a little deeper into the twist. Keep the toes, the back toes tucked. Lift and straighten the left leg, and then tap the left knee. Try it 2 more times. Straighten, reach the left heel back, and tap. Not easy. 1 more. Straighten the left leg, re-tap. This time, keep the left leg straight. Both hands inside the right foot. And start to walk to the left, fitting your toes. Wide-legged forward fold, and then a deep lunge into the left knee. Side lunge or skandasana, lifting the right toes. 3 breaths here. Hands could be up for center or on the floor. If your hands are lifted, lower them down. Walk the hands back to center again. All toes facing the wide edge of the mat. And then side lunge to the right. Center to the left, bending left knee. Center, 1 more to each side. Bend the right knee, lean to the right. Straighten the legs, bend to the left. 2 straight legs. Walk your hands to the top of the mat. Step back, plank. Press to down dog or take a flow. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, left leg lifts, high lunge. Step to the top of the mat. Left knee over ankle. Straighten the back leg, lift the right thigh. Right arm forward, left arm back. Peel open into your twist. And then left hand down, right arm up by the ear. Right hand behind head, left hand behind head. Right elbow towards the left thigh. Inhale, lift. Try it again. 1 more. And then find the prayer twist, crossing over the thigh. Hands can press into each other, palms pressing or make a fist. And then right knee gently towards the mat. Twist a little deeper. Keep the back right toe tucked. And then straighten the right leg again. Lift the knee and tap. Again, straighten the right leg. Tap the right knee. This time, keep the right leg straight. Release the hands twist and plant the palms inside the left foot. Start to walk towards the center of the mat, turning the toes all to the wide edge side. And then take your side lunge or your deep lunge with the left leg straight and the right knee bent. Hold it for 1 more breath. Press the palms to the floor. Use your hands to walk to straight legs. Fold at center, head down. Inhale, take a half lift, long spine. And then walk to the top of the mat. And take your flow, meeting in downward facing dog. We're going to hold down dog for 3 to 5 breaths. So if you want to hold a child's pose or take some push-ups while we have time, make your choice. 3 more breaths in down dog before we move again. Inhale the right leg high. Right knee towards right elbow. 3-legged down dog. Stretch the right leg long. Right knee towards nose. Draw it towards center. 3-legged dog. Right knee towards left elbow. Kick it through. Straighten your right leg. Lower the outside edge of the foot, but keep your palms pressed. So this is usually how we enter our fallen star, fallen triangle. We'll do that at the end of class. But we're staying here. One more breath. Press into your palms. Three-legged down dog. Shoot the right leg high. Right knee towards right nose, and this time let your shin come all the way down. Your right knee come down. Roll your left heel down. Left hand peels up. Side plank variation. This time you can lift the left leg and bring the ankle in line with the heel. Options here, bend heel, or the heel towards glute, bending the knee, stretch your left hand for your right foot. Maybe holding onto the bind, or maybe playing with the balance, just holding or crunching elbow to knee. One more breath. And then 2 hands down, 2 knees down. Step the feet back and slowly lower all the way to your belly. You're going to do some back strengthening between sides. On your belly, just let your hips sway a little side to side. Release the lower back. We're going to take a few rounds of this different variation. So for the first round, feet stay down, toenails connected to the mat. Hands behind the head, like we've done a lot in this class already, elbows wide. Inhale, lift the head, the chest, the elbows. Exhale, release. Forehead down or one ear to the mat, let the hips sway. For the second round, same thing, or you lift the legs too. So as you're ready, hands behind the head. Inhale, lift and rise. Get a little higher this time. One more breath. Very slowly descend and switch other ear to the mat or forehead or chin down. Move the hips around. This time we're going to lower and lift a couple of times. You can do with or without the feet. Hands behind the head. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lift back up. And lower. Inhale, lift your highest. And stay down, lower. Let that go. One last variation. For this last variation, keep your feet down, hands behind the head. Inhale, lift the chest. Turn your left elbow to the sky, right elbow towards the floor. Inhale, center. Turn your left elbow down, right elbow. Back to center, one more to each side. Twist and look left. Center, twist and look right. Center, and release. We do about 8 or 10 breaths here. You can stay on your belly in a belly down shavasana. You could shift to a child's pose or a puppy pose or grab some water. Make your choice to find a few breaths, a few moments of stillness. We're at about the halfway point of the practice. Give your body some time to reconnect with your intention, with your breath. Last 2 breaths. Make your way to down dog when you're ready. All right, we have the left side of that sequence. The left leg lifts, left knee, left elbow, draw forward, 3-legged dog. Left knee towards the nose, 3-legged dog. Left knee towards the right elbow, straighten the left leg, kick it through, outer edge of foot plant. Keep the chest facing forward, shoulders square. One more breath, pressing into the palms. Three-legged down dog, left leg high. Draw the left knee and shin forward towards the forehead, then plant them down. Spin your right heel down and reach your right hand high. So we've been here before. Adding the variation to maybe lift and hover the right leg. Adding the variation, maybe the quad stretch, the bind, right leg bend. Maybe taking elbow to knee crunches. You could also stay where we were in the warm-up with the right foot down. Take one more breath in whatever variation you're in. And then release. Vinyasa or straight to downward facing dog. From down dog, right leg lifts. Warrior one, step your right foot where your right hand is. Left heel down. Arms up by the ears. Going to be a slow flow of a few standing poses here. So grounding through your feet. Can you go deeper into the lunge? Maybe widen your stance. Shoulders squared. Inhale, lift. Exhale, warrior two. Right arm forward, left arm back. Maybe adjust your feet. Get a little lower in the lunge. Get a little taller, crown of head to the sky. One more inhale. Straighten the right leg. Reach forward and down for triangle. Maybe walk the back foot in. Roll the left shoulder back. Rise up through center. Keep the legs as they are. Reverse triangle. Left hand down, left leg, right hand high. Come through center with the arms again. One more triangle. Reach your arms forward and bend down, maybe going a little deeper. Cargo the hands to the mat and pause in plank. From plank, roll your heels to the right. Right hip comes down. Back to center, heels to the left. Keep going with the hip dips to the right and left. Maybe pausing at center or going a little swifter. One more to each side. And then press to down dog or a flow, maybe lower the knees. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up, warrior one. So take your time to check your alignment. We're staying here for a few breaths, soften the face. Pressing through the outer edge of that back foot, drawing the rib cage in. Open up, warrior two. Stay with the lunge, but maybe widen the stance. Tracking left knee over the ankle. All right, straighten the left leg. Feel that release. Coming into triangle, maybe the back foot comes in. Reach forward and then down. Left hand to a block or the shin. Roll that right shoulder back. Imagine you're pressing against another hand, the top hand. Feel that resistance. Relax the head and the neck. And then use your strength to rise back up, keeping the arms long, and take it to reverse triangle. Feeling the stretch with all the limbs straight. You could always take a little bend to the knees if you feel as though you're hyperextending. Inhale to center, and second time into triangle, bumping the hips back, reaching forward, then down. Maybe you notice you can go a little deeper into the stretch. Again, it's like you imagine your piece of toast sliding into a toaster. Shoulders stacked, hips stacked. One more breath. Cartwheel the hands to the mat, framing the left foot. Step back to plank, left foot meets the right. Lower onto your right forearm and your left forearm plank. Same thing we did from plank. Hip dips, heels to the right, toes to the left, hip down, back to center, and left. Keep going, hips side to side, pausing at center or just moving left and right. For 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Lower the thighs and come into Sphinx pose. Press the palms, pull the heart through the chest. Pull the heart through the arms towards the front of the room. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Tops of the feet to the mat. Release the chest. Shake your hips a little side to side. And plant the palms by the chest, making your way to downward facing dog. Take a cleansing breath in down dog. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Bend your knees and look towards your hand. Hop to forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, mountain, rise up. And keep your feet hip width distance, or you can bring your toes to touch. Sit down, chair pose, get low. Sweep the right arm back, open arm twist. Inhale, sweep back to center. Sweep the left arm back. Inhale, back to center. Reach the right arm back again. This time, as you come forward, one-legged mountain. Left foot stays down. Reach the right arm and the right leg up. One-legged mountain. Cross the right thigh over left. Sit down. Full eagle. Single or double wrap of the legs. Giving yourself a hug or wrapping the arms. Sit tall and sit low. So low from the hips and high from the chest. Lift the elbows. Squeeze. Squeeze a little tighter. One more inhale. Rise up one-legged mountain if you can without letting that right foot fall. Inhale, reach the arms high, lift the right knee, and then step that right foot down and switch feet. So right foot at the base, grab your left ankle for a quad stretch. We're coming into dancer. I'm going to move just to be more at center. So knees and thighs in line. You could stay in the quad stretch. If you're ready for dancer, maybe you switch the grip and bring your hand, left hand on the inside of the foot. It helps position your shoulders a little differently. If you're finding dancer, you kick foot into hand, and that action tilts you forward. Moving slowly, big back bend, 3 breaths. Slowly return to the quad stretch. Everybody lift your left knee, one-legged mountain. Hands to the shin, squeeze and compress. Roll your left ankle around. And then right hand stays on right knee. Stretch your left arm back, open arm twist. Maybe you start to straighten your left leg forward. Rebend the left knee. 2 feet to the ground, and let's just shake that all out. Shake out your wrists, your ankles, your limbs, let it go. We have the second side of that. So come towards the top of your mat, maybe about 3/4 of the way. Choose to have your feet hips width distance or together. Chair pose, get low. Stretch the left arm back, open arm twist, look to your left hand. Inhale back to center. Stretch the right arm back. Look back. Inhale, center. One more on the left, reach back. This time, rise up. Left knee lift. Eagle pose with the left leg over the right. And left arm under for a hug or full arms wrapped. Squeeze everything together. If you fall out, there's time to come back in. Don't hold the breath. Stay strong through your right ankle and see if you can rise up one-legged mountain, left thigh lift. And then step the left foot down. Grab your right ankle this time. Hand could be on the outer edge of the foot or the inner edge of the foot. If you're finding dancer, stretch your left arm to the sky alongside the ear, and then tilt forward as you kick foot into hand. Finding a drishti point, focus point to stare at. Slowly coming back up. Nice balance work. And lift the right thigh, one-legged mountain. Hands grab the right shin, compress the leg into your body. Stand taller. Maybe roll the right ankle around. And then left hand stays on left shin, right arm back, twisting. Maybe play with straightening the right leg. Everybody, let it go, release. Shake that out. Whew. All right, toes to the top of the mat. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold forward, release. Stay for a couple of breaths here. Sway the head side to side. Move the weight left and right in your feet. Bend the knees a little, pedal them out. And then take a half lift, reset the spine. Plant the palms, optional vinyasa. We have one last sequence that's going to start to lead into our warm down. Make your way to down dog as you're ready. From down dog, inhale, right leg high, knee towards right elbow. Three-legged down dog. Knee towards nose. Re-extend. Right foot down. Let's just do that on the left, practicing left leg lift. Knee to the left. Three-legged dog. Knee towards the forehead. Three-legged dog. We're going to come back here in a bit. Right leg high, step forward, warrior two. We've been here before, we won't hold it as long. Warrior two. Last standing sequence, hands behind the head. Right elbow towards right knee, tilt and lift. Twice more, tick-tock, down and up, down and up. Now take it back like a reverse warrior to the left. Center twice more, left. Center, last one to the left. Center, warrior two, arms long. Inhale, straighten the arms, straighten the legs, star pose, heels in and toes out. Get low into goddess, bend the knees, bring the hands behind the head. Just like we've been doing. Left elbow towards left knee, center, right elbow to right knee. Center. One more time. Maybe lift the heels or one heel then the other. Playing with the balance. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Vinyasa or straight to down dog. We have that on the second side. Left leg high, warrior two. Adding the arm variation. Stretch into your traditional warrior two and then bend the elbows, hands behind the head. Left elbow to left thigh. Inhale, rise up. Twice more. Then like you're taking reverse warrior, When you're ready, start to tilt back a little bit. Center, keep the lunge, back, center, one more. Straighten the arms and the legs, release, heels and toes out, star pose. Goddess, get low. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess. One more, inhale, star. Exhale, goddess. Straighten the legs, parallel the feet, and take a wide-legged fold. 5 breaths here. Maybe walk the hands to the legs or walk the hands forward. Put a little more weight into the toes, getting light through the heels. Last 3. Start to walk your hands towards center under the chest. Last 2 breaths. And then inhale, lift the chest to lengthen the spine. And walk the hands to the top of the mat. Option to take a vinyasa before we move into the warm down sequence. Right leg high, knee towards nose. 3-legged dog. Knee towards right elbow. Kick it through, and this time come into fallen star. So left heel down, left hand high. Thread the left arm under the right armpit, and then inhale, lift back up. Try that 2 more times. Thread and unthread. It's a lot for your right wrist, I know. Next time your left hand is lifted, spin the toes to the sky and slowly descend your hips, your thighs to the earth. So you're at a wide-legged fold, kind of at an angle towards the back of your mat. From here, bend your right knee, so you're sitting in tree pose. Left forearm into the left thigh, reach your right arm overhead towards the left toe. Maybe your right hand holds the left side of the hip. One more breath. Stretch the right arm up and over outside the right hip. Coming onto your right shin and knee, lift and lower. Make your way through tabletop to plank and down dog, or a flow between sides. So we take that fallen star, fallen triangle sequence on the left. When you're ready, take a full breath in and an exhale out. Inhale the left leg high, knee towards nose. Reach the left leg high, knee towards the right, kick through, let your right heel come down and your right hand reach for the ceiling. Then stretch your right arm under the left armpit and back up. Try it again. Maybe once more, beautiful, expanding. And then your heels spin to the sky, or your toes spin to the sky, you're on your heels and lower to your seat somehow. All right, if you got lost, just find your seat, lift your chest, straighten your legs, and then bend your left knee this time. Right forearm to thigh, left arm over the ear. Side body stretch, starting to slow the breath. One more inhale. Sweep the left arm up and over. Plant the left palm outside the left hip and lift onto your left knee and shin. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, sit back down. Plant the palms, plant the knees, and step back. Optional vinyasa, of course, as we make our way to half pigeon. So finding down dog, right leg high, slide the shin forward, stretch the left leg long behind you, and fold into half sleeping pigeon over the right shin. Grabbing any props, blocks, blankets, pillows you need for a warm down in Shavasana, maybe resting something under the forehead or the chest. Start to press yourself back up. Pressing into the palms, tucking left toes, right leg high, shake it out. Maybe a three-legged vinyasa, maybe scorpion dog or flipping the dog, anything you need between sides. And when you're ready, moving to pigeon with the left shin forward. Right leg long, holding with a long spine. Start to rise up out of your pigeon, palms pressed, right toe tucked. Left leg high, shake it out, maybe flipping the dog or finding a final flow of the practice. Meeting in downward facing dog when you're ready. Look to your hands, very gently hop to your feet just to roll onto your back. Keeping the feet down, soles of feet down, knees up. We're going to take a back bend. It could be bridge, wheel, supported bridge. Supported would be using your hands under your sacrum or a block or bolster or some other prop. So as you're ready, feet face forward. Inhale, lift the hips. Imagine you're squeezing a block between the thighs. 10 breaths. And whichever heart opener you're in. Last back bend. Slowly over the course of the next 2 breaths, tuck the tailbone and one vertebra at a time. Lay it back down to the earth. Choose to take your feet as wide as the mat and knees back together, or find butterfly where we began the practice. Soles of feet together, knees wide, close the eyes. Let the left leg go long and draw the right knee into your chest, hands to the shin. We did this standing up, squeeze the right shin. Half happy baby, right hand to right foot. Draw the right knee outside the rib cage. And then use your right hand to glide the right leg to the left for a spinal twist. Look to the right or close the eyes, stretch your right arm long. Left hand can hold the right shin. Inhale, bring it back to center and let the right leg go long. Right leg alongside the left. Slowly bring the left knee in, holding onto the shin. Compress Squeeze it in, half happy baby, left foot to the sky. Keep the eyes closed from here on out if you can. Moving into the spinal twist, coax your left leg all the way over to the right, passing it off to the right hand, and open your left arm wide to the left. Slowly back to center. Let the left leg go long. Finding yourself in Shavasana right here, or a full happy baby, feet to the sky, giving yourself one last hug, squeeze, full body stretch. Use just the last 4 to 5 breaths for movement, and then make your way into stillness in the most comfortable shape you can imagine, with whatever support or blocks you need. Closing out the dynamics practice into our stillness. Surrendering. And I'll give you a few minutes here and guide you out when it's time. Starting your Shavasana with a quote from Ram Dass: "I can do nothing for you but work on myself. You can do nothing for me but work on yourself." Boggs says we have to change ourselves in order to change the world. Remain where you are or take a full body stretch. Gather your knees at heart center and give yourself a loving embrace, finding gratitude for all your body is capable of and took you through this last 60 minutes. And then whenever you feel ready, with no rush at all, come to a seat and we'll close the practice with a breath in community. Sit up tall, roll the shoulders down the back, maybe hands at heart center if that resonates. Exhale all the stale air out. Inhale fresh energy and let that go. Flutter the eyes open, give yourself a little smile and thank yourself for showing up. Remember to hydrate and hope you feel good. Thank you.